The Audi TT has to be one of the most iconic and popular sports cars of the late 90s. This is thanks to its signature style and look that still looks great to this day. There's no doubt that the TT revolutionized the landscape of affordable sports cars in the 90s and also changed the modern look of car designs forever, and some of its most revolutionary ideas are still used to this day. The car also skyrocketed Audi to never before seen success and cemented them in car design history. Here is its story. Freeman Thomas, who was an American designer working for Audi at the time, was tasked with designing a new two-door sports car for the company and came up with a boldly modern and sleek-looking design. Audi showed this new car concept at the 1995 Frankfurt Motor Show, and it was met with great excitement and optimism from the crowd. This was mainly down to its iconic curves, which looked like nothing else on the road at the time, with many cars like the Mercedes S-Class and the Ford Mondeo taking up a more economical but boring and uninspiring design. This was something new, something nobody had ever seen before in a car. The name TT came from the Taurus Trophy on the famous Isle of Man race, where Audi experienced great success. Maybe this choice of name was a sign of things to come. Soon the decision was made to mass-produce the car, and in 1998 the Audi was released to great critical acclaim. The car had a 1.8-litre V6 engine and was capable of going up to 222 horsepower. The specific engine that the Audi engineers actually used was taken from a Volkswagen, and they tuned it so it was more capable of being a sports car engine. The interior also boasted an iconic sporty feel, with real titanium buttons and switches, which made it feel like you were getting into a spaceship. Because of how much time had passed since Audi announced the car, there was a lot of hype around it, so when they finally released, the demand was so high that in the coming months it had completely sold out in Europe. Just 1 year later, Audi launched the TT Roadster, which brought alfresco frills and a baseball-style leather stitching. This was obviously an attempt to cater to an American consumer, like what most European car companies were trying to do at the time in the late 90s. However, the manufacturing process wasn't all smooth, because after some high-speed motorway crashes, Audi hastily recalled the first series of production to attach a form-ruining ducktail wing, creating more rear downforce. Despite this, the car was extremely successful, with over 170,000 being sold. It was obvious that it deserved a sequel, and in the coming years we'd finally get it. Arriving in 2006, the Audi TT Mark II kept the same body, shape and curves as the original, but the company still hadn't given it a more powerful engine, which was disappointing to enthusiasts. With it having the hardware of an A3 and the engine of a Volkswagen, it felt rushed and underwhelming. Luckily, Audi then released the TT 2.0 TDI Quattro in 2008, which was a lot lighter and nimble and felt like an actual sports car when you drove it. It's also the first sports car to run on a diesel engine, as it's a lot more powerful than the original Mark II. Finally, in 2014, Audi released the TT Mark III, which offered many different updates and innovations, like having a full digital panel and tough digital display, which is hard to come by in most modern cars today. This TT also looks the most different out of all the TTs, with it having a more mild family look instead of a pure sports car look. However, it still has good performance and handled nicely like the older models. Sadly, in 2023, Audi announced they would be discontinuing its production of the TT, which is sad because I think it marks a milestone in the car industry where most companies are opting for safe EV designs instead of really pushing themselves and moving the bar forward in automotive engineering. That being said, I also think that at the end of the TT, it should also be celebrated, with over 650,000 Audi TTs being sold in the past quarter of a century. It was a very popular car, and was one of the most revolutionary sports cars ever made in my opinion. It's also my personal favourite. To anyone who got to the end of the video, thank you for watching all the way. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be making more videos like this, more car content videos. So yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.